probably win Pennsylvania. He would win North Carolina. And Indiana would be the tiebreaker. Well, tonight, we've come from behind. We've broken the tie. And thanks to you, it's full speed onto the White House.
Okay, and all she needs is a miracle for that, is Mika the mechanic saying not so long ago.
Well, because there's this.
Oh, yeah, he's New York Post, once again, Rupert Murdoch, Hillary Clinton's best friend.
What you just said.
And in the Daily News, Hill needs a miracle. The New York Times take, talking about big wins for Barack Obama in North Carolina. USA Today, North Carolina, big win for Barack Obama. And down below, look at this. The demographics hold. And then the Washington Post, Obama wins North Carolina. Clinton leads in Indiana. She wins by 2 percentage points in that state. But Mika, there is no doubt that if the fat lady did not sing last night,
no,
she was working on her scales.
She's working
and
on her
getting
scales,
ready to go up.
but Hillary Clinton was not backing down.
Oh, she's not backing.
Her speech was as rousing as they get in terms of moving forward. Here are the results. Now we've got North Carolina up there where Barack Obama did quite well. And it's interesting how these votes, I've been watching, you know, the different Exit polls coming in. It's interesting. There's some issues here. But I don't know. You're right. Well, she does need a miracle.
She needs a miracle. And, you know...
Leaders are anxious to have this over, but one top-level party honcho says we're talking 3 more weeks. Let it ride. Candy Crowley, CNN, Washington.
The battle between Senator Obama and Senator Clinton has polarized the Democratic Party. The division's even clearer in the primaries in Indiana and North Carolina. Some Democrats now are concerned that the differences will benefit Senator McCain. Bill Schneider has our report.
You've heard about the red-blue divide in American politics. Barack Obama condemns Republicans for exploiting it.
Game to slice and dice this country into red states and blue states, blue collar and white collar, white, black, brown, young, old, rich, poor.
Well, it's happening already inside the Democratic Party. Barack Obama is winning the blue Democrats. Young voters, upscale urban professionals, well-educated liberals, and African Americans. Hillary Clinton is getting the red Democrats, seniors, whites, blue-collar and rural voters, and more conservative Democrats.
And I know how hard you're working for yourselves and working for your families. And I will never stop fighting for you.
In Indiana, nearly half the Democratic primary voters said they have a gun in their household. They voted for Clinton. And the half of Democrats who did not own a gun, they voted for Obama. Red versus blue means left versus right. In Indiana, Clinton lost liberal Democrats to Obama. They're the blue voters. Clinton and Obama split the moderates. Conservatives, or red Democrats, voted heavily for Clinton. This is the first time this year we've seen such a sharp ideological division among Democratic voters. The deeper that split becomes, the greater the risk to Democrats in the fall if Obama wins the nomination. Among Clinton voters in North Carolina on Tuesday, fewer than half said they would support Obama over McCain, whereas 70% of Obama voters said they would vote for Clinton over McCain. Red Democrats, older, more blue-collar, more conservative, are the most likely to vote for a Republican. The Clinton supporters' argument? She would be the strongest nominee because she would be more likely to hold them. Got to be Barack Obama versus John McCain. How badly is the Democratic Party divided? Let's take a look at what they said in Indiana. In a choice between Obama and McCain, Clinton voters, everybody here is Clinton voters, said they'd vote for Obama 48%. 33% would vote for McCain. 1/3 of them would vote for McCain, and 17% wouldn't vote. That means half the Clinton voters in Indiana say they would not vote for Barack Obama if he's the Democratic nominee. Let's look at North Carolina. Clinton voters again. Only 45% in North Carolina said they would vote for Barack Obama if he wins the Democratic nomination. 38% would vote for McCain. 12% wouldn't vote. So again, a very big split in the Democratic Party in both of these states. Some very bad news for Democrats there.
I want to go right back to Bill Schneider. He's getting more exit poll numbers coming into the Situation Room. What are we learning, Bill?
Well, a minute ago we reported that how would Clinton voters vote if Obama's the nominee? Fewer than half of them would stick with him if he is the Democratic nominee. Now let's change that and ask what the Obama voters in both states would do if Hillary Clinton is the Democratic nominee. The answer, let's take a look at Indiana. In that case, 59% of the Obama voters say they would support Hillary Clinton if she gets the Democratic nomination, a solid majority. Turn to North Carolina. What would they do? In North Carolina, fully 70% of the Obama voters say they would support Hillary Clinton if she gets the Democratic nomination. So the Obama voters are more likely to support Hillary Clinton if she's the nominee than would be the case if Obama's the nominee. He'd get less support, substantially less support, from the Clinton voters in both states. Wolf?
Fascinating figures. We'll see what happens. Bill, thanks very much.
Right now, we have new numbers from our exit polling on how each candidate's supporters feel about the other candidate in a potential general election. Well, there certainly will be a general election against John McCain. And for that, to Norah O'Donnell. Norah?
And this is really interesting. You know, with Hillary Clinton winning tonight, we wanted to look ahead to the fall election, essentially gauge how much this contentious Democratic primary race has divided the party. Now, overall, 71% said they would be satisfied if Hillary Clinton wins the nomination, 64% for Obama. These satisfaction levels are very similar to what we saw in Ohio. Also, as we saw in previous states, Clinton supporters would be more unhappy with the idea of Obama as their nominee than Obama supporters would be if Clinton became the party standard bearer. In fact, 6 out of 10 Clinton voters say they would not be satisfied with him. Only about half of the Obama voters would be dissatisfied with her as the nominee. Our NBC News poll specifically asked Clinton and Obama voters what they would do if their preferred candidate did not win the nomination, and they were faced with the following choice: support the other Democrat or vote for John McCain or stay home. First, as you see here, only 53% of Clinton voters said they would vote for Barack Obama. That's stunning, only 53%. And when you look essentially at Obama voters, 69% said they would vote for Hillary Clinton if she ends up the nominee against John McCain.